Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to present a mini project presentation titled Entry and Exit Control of Car Parking. My name is Muhammad Oman bin Zulizam.
And my name is Aris bin Muhammad Taufik.
The slide contain 8 chapter, which is introduction, layout diagram, PLC ladder diagram, result, discussion, and lastly conclusion. So for the introduction, the general idea of this project is to create a program that can reduce the car parking problem at basement or underground in shopping mall, hotels, and complex. The entry exit at basement is a single lane passage and it needs traffic lights to control cars. Here, we consider 2 lights indication for car controls. Red lights prohibit car entering or leaving, while green lights allow car entering and leaving. When car enters at the passage from the entry of the ground floor, both red lights, ground floor and basement, will be on. Other car entering and leaving is prohibited during the process, till the car passes through the single passage. When passage is clear, both green and lights from ground floor and basement will be on, and allow other cars entering from the ground floor or basement. Initially, we will keep green lights on and red light off. There are 2 main objectives in this project, which is to create a system that solves crowded area because of vehicle at basement or underground at shopping mall, hotels, and complex. And the second one is to validate the effectiveness of the sensor in entry and exit parking action.
Okay, to explain the PLC ladder diagram, which was made on Omron CX programmer, we will start with condition 1, which is to turn on the green lights when system is on. The next condition, condition 2, which is to set the red light to be off when the system is on. So this will allow for the green light to be on by default and for the red light to be off on default. Condition 3 will allow for the sensor to be on when a car is passing from the ground floor to the basement. And condition 4 will do the same thing as condition 3, just based on the fact that it will be vice versa, where it will be from basement to ground floor instead of condition 3, which is from ground floor to basement. Okay. Condition 5 will turn on the red lights when sensors are detected. Condition 6 will turn off the red light when the car passage is full or there is a car that is through the passage. Condition 7 will turn on the green light when there is no car in the passage. So this will indicate that the cars can go through as there are no cars. Condition 8 will turn off the green light when the red light is turned on. And as we know, when the red light is turned on, that means there is a car in the passage and there can be no cars that will pass through. And the last condition, condition 9, is to turn off the system, or in other words, system initialization.
So as we can see, when the green light is on, the red light at the ground floor will be turned red. So for the result for condition 1, when the program initially run, during first condition is on, initially both green lights, ground floor and the basement will be on. Set instruction is executed and it will be set both output to Q0 and Q0.1. For condition 2, when system is on. After that, during the second condition, when system is on, initially both red lights, ground floor and basement will be off. Reset instruction is executed and will be reset both output Q0.2 and Q0.3. For condition 3, during condition 3, When car enters the empty passage from the ground floor, sensor S1 will be triggered, and with the trigger, memory call M10 will be set. For this simulation, we use calls. Calls are usually associated with PLC output, but they can also be used as a memory. A call uses a memory won't physically turn anything on or off, but will internally save the state of the ladder rung it is connected to. A variation of the call instruction is negated or close call. Uh, the call we use, the principal call we use here is same what we do in this project. So for the condition 4, during the condition 4, when car enters in the empty passage from the basement, sensor S2 will be triggered, and with this trigger, memory call will be set. For condition 5, both red lights will be set by either positive trigger of sensor S1 or sensor S2, because when car enters in empty passage, then both red lights Q0.2 and Q0.3 will prohibit car entry and exit from both sides. During condition 6, the negative trigger of both sensor 1 and sensor 2. So when the trigger red lights Q0.1 and Q0.3 will be off. When car completely passes empty passage, then red lights Q0.2 and Q0.3 should be off. During condition 7, network green lights Q0.0 and Q0.1 will be on when red lights are off. Green lights Q0.0 and Q0.1 allow other car for entry or exit. For condition 8, if red lights Q0.2 and Q0.3 are on, at the time green lights Q0.0 and Q0.1 should be off. So in this network, when red lights Q0.2 and Q0.3 on, at the time reset instruction will be executed and green lights Q0.0 and Q0.1 will be off. Lastly, if system on, switch is off, then all memory should be 0. For the discussion part, we have two problems. Okay, the first one is while performing the simulation for the first time, there is a lot of error happen. The first one is inserting a false input in the ladder diagram. Although the program may look like functioning in CX Programmer, but when it ran on CX Designer, no output was produced. Turns out they are missing dot in the instruction, which is Q0.0. Next, there were a technical issue as Aris had issue with his SSD, which caused us to restart the PLC diagram during the simulation process.
Okay, on to problem 2, which was software-related issues. There was only one mistake in the PLC ladder diagram process, which was in condition 6. Condition 6, as a reminder, was to turn off the red light when the car passage is full or when there is a car through the passage. The mistake made was that there was initially 2 resets instead of 4. This caused for both sets of lights, from the basement part and from the ground floor part, to be both at green. When it was supposed to be there was supposed to be one red and one green. And other than that, there were no other issues regarding problem 2. In conclusion, we can see that technology has advanced a lot over time, from physical tickets all the way to RFID technology. We can see that parking, even car parking, has evolved from what it was in the past past century even. And what we can do to improve car parking is by implementing personal RFID tags, which will allow for ease of access when it comes to car parking. And another recommendation is that we can implement more e-wallets. As we know, there are many e-wallets in our current time, such as Maybank MEE, Shopee Pay, Grab Pay. There are many ways for us to pay car parking, and this will also be a gateway for mall owners or even hotel owners to implement QR codes as a form of payment for their parking. QR code will be handy, especially when everyone in this day of age has a smartphone, and this will also allow for ease of access to the consumers or people who go to their facilities. All right, this marks the end for our presentation. I hope you enjoyed our presentation, and thank you and assalamualaikum.